I was soliciting an old man at the gym the other day. I was giving this gentleman a tour at the gym. I was trying to sell an old man a gym membership. I work at a gym. And I was giving this guy a tour. And I was pretty proud of him because we were getting near the end of the tour and he hadn't said anything offensive or culturally insensitive or anything. I was like, man, we're going to be okay. Because when he walked in, I was like, oh, this is clearly a silver alert. I'm going to have to call this guy as emergency contact. But thankfully, I didn't have to do that. We get to the end of the tour, and which is the locker room. That's the Pizza de la Resistance. And he starts acting kind of cagey, very squirrely as we walk through the locker rooms, like something is rubbing him the wrong way, which is very common in a men's locker room, people rubbing each other the wrong way. We exit the locker room, and I ask him, I say, hey, man, do you have any questions? He said, yeah. What's your membership like? I was like, oh, man, he's asking me about the ladies. Because when an old man is asking me what our membership is like, he's usually asking me about the ladies. Now, I can't ethically and in good conscience just tell this old man that, yeah, we have some fine-looking ladies here. Let's go ahead and get you signed up. What I said is that we have a very eclectic and diverse dynamic here. Is that what you're looking for? And he said, that's great, man. No. What about the gays? I said, what about him? And I had to be careful here because I wasn't sure exactly what he was looking for. Did he want gays or did he not want gays? But he said, well, the last gym I was at, there were a lot of gays. And they made me very uncomfortable in the locker rooms. I said, well, what were they doing in the locker rooms that made you so uncomfortable? And he told me, and I was disappointed. He said they were talking, and the things that they talked about made him uncomfortable. I said, I understand where you're coming from. The stereotypical gay male is a very loud and boisterous individual. Very colorful, a lot of verbal flair. And then he asked me, he said, is there a way that you can tell if somebody's gay or not? And I said, what, like a gaydar? And he said, yes. What is that? And I said, well, we don't have one here, but I'll talk to our manager, see about getting one ordered. That's not a bad idea. But until then, we're just going to have to go with the honor system. Very much like the 1982 sci-fi horror classic John Carpenter's Thing. You just don't know. And then he said, well, what's the vetting process to when you sign somebody up? Do you ask people if they are gay or not? And I said, I don't think that we're allowed to ask people if they are gay. That would probably upset a great many number of prospective members. And then he asked me, he said, are you gay? And I said, I'm not comfortable answering that question. Are you gay? And he said, why would you ask me that? Do I look gay to you? Do I seem gay? And I said, do you see why I cannot just ask people if they are gay or not? Now that guy actually signed up. He joined the gym. I sold him a gym membership because I'm a damn good salesman. My strategy is a little unorthodox. I just talk until people pay me to shut the fuck up, but it works. Now that was a few days ago. And then yesterday, while I was working, I had the pleasure of checking him in for the very first time. He walks into the door, and I grabbed the scan gun. We have a little scanner, and I scanned him in and went, boop. And then I said, oh, man, I think this brand new gaydar's broken already because you said you weren't gay. And then he got really angry, and he threatened to have me fired. I said, I'm not going to get fired. I'll get chewed out. I've been chewed out before.